Good morning, Erie. You are listening to What's the Why here on the Sonic Sunrise, where I interview distinguished faculty and staff and discover the why behind their work. This morning, I'm joined by Laura Giannelli, who is the Creative Director of Marketing and Communications at Gannon. Hi, Laura.
Good morning.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
As you said, I'm Laura Giannelli, and I have the privilege of serving as the Creative Director of Marketing Communications here at Gannon. I've been with the Marketing Communications team for just over 11 years now, and before joining Gannon, my career took me through a variety of industries, from working at a production company and television stations to a corporate environment, and even owning and running my own creative service business for several years. And outside my professional life, I'm all about family. I also love staying active, which is why I spend my spare time running and training for marathons. I realize that for most people that sounds absolutely horrible and like torture, but for me it's my happy place. It's where I clear my head and find peace. Outside of that, I also enjoy taking classes here at Gannon, constantly learning and growing alongside other Gannon family members.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you this morning.
Sonic Sunrise, 90.5 WERG.
You are listening to What's the Why here on the Sonic Sunrise. This morning, I'm joined by Laura Giannelli, who is the Creative Director of Marketing and Communications here at Gannon. I feel like a common misconception people have is that the marketing department is solely responsible for promoting Gannon and all that it has to offer. Now, you and I both know that the marketing department does a lot more than just that. Could you share a little bit about Gannon's marketing department and the responsibilities you and your team have?
Absolutely. While many people associate marketing with just promoting a brand, it's really just so much more than that. At Gannon University, our department is truly the heartbeat of how we communicate, both internally and externally. My team and I are responsible for building and maintaining the Gannon brand, and that includes traditional marketing like advertising and social media, but we're also focused on shaping the way our community experiences and connects with the university. We work on everything from creating compelling messaging that resonates with prospective students to ensuring that the stories of our faculty, staff, and alumni are shared in meaningful ways. We also collaborate closely with campus partners to enhance our outreach efforts, whether it's for a specific event, academic program, or community initiative. We take on a lot of behind-the-scenes work that creates consistency in the Gannon experience across every touch point. Additionally, we're constantly thinking about how to engage with our audience in a more personal and in innovative ways, whether it's through digital campaigns, print collateral, or even event coordination. It's a mix of creativity, strategy, and a deep understanding of the university's mission and values. It's not just about getting the word out, it's about telling the story that helps others connect with the heart of Gannon.
And I have the honor of working with the marketing department at Gannon Edge, so I get to see everything that goes on. And it is true that the marketing department is the heartbeat of Gannon, and they do a lot. So it's really cool to get to see all the behind the scenes, and then also get to spotlight it on my show this morning.
Good morning.
Sonic Sunrise on 90.5 WERG.
You are listening to What's the Why here on the Sonic Sunrise. This morning, I'm joined by Laura Giannelli, who is the Creative Director of Marketing and Communications here at Gannon. Earlier, you mentioned that you have been at Gannon for 11 years. I can't even imagine how many different projects you have worked on over the years, but if you had to choose, what has been your favorite project you have worked on during your time at Gannon?
That's a tough question for me because there are so many projects I've loved, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be the time we brought the creation of our viewbook materials in-house. And for a bit of context, viewbooks are marketing pieces that universities use to showcase their programs, campus life, and admissions info to prospective students and their families. And this was an incredibly rewarding process to work with such a talented team and so many campus partners to completely redesign not just the look, but the entire content strategy. And we began by looking at what our peer institutions and competitors were doing with the materials, really digging into what worked and what didn't. We also took the time to gather feedback from students and meet with key campus partners to get their perspectives. Once we had all that in mind, we rolled up our sleeves and dove into the content and design. After creating our initial drafts, we made sure to involve students again for their feedback before we finalized everything. It was a true collaborative effort, and it felt like we were creating something that truly spoke to the needs and interests of the students we wanted to reach.
We'll be back with more from Laura.
Sonic Sunrise on 90.5 WERG.
You're listening to What's the Why here on the Sonic Sunrise. This morning I'm joined by Laura Giannelli, who is the Creative Director of Marketing and Communications here at Gannon. It is now time for the question of the hour. Laura, what is the why behind the work you do at Gannon and in the Erie community?
The why behind my work at Gannon and the Erie community is rooted in my passion for what I do. I'm fortunate to have found a career I love where I can be creative and strategic while making a positive impact. At Gannon, it's about telling the stories of the people who make this place special. Students, faculty, and the entire community. What drives me is knowing my work shapes how others connect with the university. I'm also proud to be part of a community that's always growing. The work we do at Gannon has a lasting impact, contributing to both the university and the city's vibrancy, and I'm grateful to be part of something so meaningful.
Thank you for sharing and thank you for joining me this morning, Laura.